All right, this first article that we have for News You Missed this week is my God, I can't believe how the way this world is going right now, especially Turkey. Turkey used to be a pretty fucking all right place, according to a lot of the military folk that I know. It's not that way anymore because they are no longer going to be teaching evolution in their high school classrooms in Turkey anymore, and so this puts them squarely behind the United States. Cyprus is ahead of us in they did a survey where they tried to see how many people can understand the concept of evolution, and Turkey.
It's such a hard concept to understand too. God damn it!
About 23% of the country think that evolution is true, and then about another 15% go, I'm not sure. But then you have I don't know, 50% of the country thinks that evolution is false. So what are you going to do to fix this education problem? Oh, I don't know. How about we just stop teaching it altogether?
Fuck.
So anyway, the United States is way near the bottom of this list. I'll try to see if I can get you guys a link to the infographic that's here, but we're next to last here. I mean, this isn't all countries. Yeah. But this is the one that this is just a sample study that they did out there. Of course, the cool countries at the very top: Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, France, Japan, United Kingdom, Norway, Belgium, Spain, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, blah, 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 blah. Even Czech Republic's way ahead of us. Estonia's ahead of us. God.
Yeah.
Everybody in Europe is ahead of us.
We should be embarrassed when we're behind Estonia in anything.
You guys.
Hey, Estonia does great in the Eurovision every year. I love listening to that stuff.
I used to be so proud of being an American. I love our Constitution. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love the ideals that our country was founded on. I think, oh my God, we've done such amazing things. You remember that Canada video? You guys are already great. And they listed all the great things America has done. And they're right. 20 plus years ago. Not feeling super proud right now.
Right around the Reagan era. Right around there.
Yeah.
That's when things decided to kind of go fucking wonky. So anyway, Turkey has now removed evolution from the nation's science classes entirely, and this is the quotation here. It says, Darwin's theory of evolution has been excluded from the most recent draft of Turkey's new national curriculum, which will be released following the Eid el-Fitr holiday. The head of the Education Ministry's curriculum board, Alapasan Durmus. What?
I have a question. They call it Darwin's theory of evolution. Yes, I mean, he was one of the first, but I mean, it actually wasn't his theory of evolution. It was his hypothesis of evolution by natural selection, which he presented with a contemporary and a friend of his. And I always forget his name. I feel really bad because he came up with the same idea separately because of completely different things. Presented it together. It's not Darwin. This is science. This is science's theory. Because now it's a theory. It's science's theory of evolution. All biology. Hell, I mean...
Darwin doesn't own it.
Field science actually can, confirm evolution. Can we stop being that one guy? Because, that's how they're Darwin. Then they, just attack Darwin as if he's the pillar of it. It's no, somebody else would have and did figure this the fuck out already. Gregor Mendel, a Catholic fucking priest, confirmed it because he found this genetics. He found genes. He found genetics. Yeah. Oh my God. Also a contemporary didn't know Darwin. It just blows my mind that we're still nah, it's just that one guy, right? And that's what it wasn't just that one guy. It's everything. Yeah. It is such an established theory that is I mean, we know more about evolution than we do goddamn gravity, and nobody's gravity's just a theory. Nobody's...
You're no, go ahead and just jump off that roof, please. Please prove me wrong, creationist. Please, just go and...
People act like it's something that he came up with in the 19th century and hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Well, science changes when they find more evidence in their favor. So the version of evolution that he came up with is not the version of evolution we have now. That's what science is. That's not what religion is. Religion is, this dude said this thing and we're good. Science is, hey, let's find this wrong, and if we don't, okay, we're good.
Right.
Let's revise this. Let's make it work.
Right. Although, I do have to applaud the people who are really sticking to it, and they don't believe in the theory of evolution, and they think germ theory is just a theory. So, fuck those vaccinations.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately a lot of people on the far left, and it's like. Ugh.
And you want to know why you're not jumping off that roof? You want to know why you're not jumping off that roof when you're just trying, like somebody's like, just prove gravity, jump off a roof. You know why you don't? Because goddamn evolution. That's why, because you can establish patterns because your brain evolved to be really good at establishing patterns that when people jump off roofs, they fucking die, and you have evolved an instinct for survival.
So the head of the education ministry said the following, quote, "We have excluded controversial subjects for students at an age unable yet to understand the issue's scientific background."
Are you kidding me? I'm teaching this to a 4-year-old right now.
It's not that hard.
I'm teaching this to a 4-year-old, and he's like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Change over time.
Yeah.
I let my kids watch me when I make beer and stuff, and I use that as science lessons. I'm like, look, microbiology, and it changes over time. They eat the sugar. They poop alcohol.
It's not a difficult thing. Like, kids are like, yeah, things change over time. All right, that makes sense. I don't look like my grandma. There we go.
And that kind of pisses me off. They're really not giving kids credit. Their kids are smart.
No, they're trying. No,
they have the same fucking brain you do.
Okay, here's what they're doing: is they're going. If kids learn this early, then they will be able to grasp more of it later. If they understand it early, then they'll be able to build on it later. But if we teach them later, they're far less likely to accept it.
Oh, so guess when they are. Guess when they are going to be teaching this stuff. Yeah,
Never.
As the students in 9th grade are not endowed with the antecedents to discuss the origin of life and evolution section in biology class, this section will be delayed until undergraduate study, said the education ministry.
No, 9th graders absolutely are capable of this. Are you shitting me? 9th graders are going to have some of the best questions for this shit, actually. 9th graders
they're going to have a lot of questions, but...
And this is being endorsed by the President Erdogan, of course.
Fuck you,
God,
because a stupid electorate is one that you can easily control. Case in point, America. You know?
And when do they make kids memorize the Quran? Pretty young age, right?
Yeah, pretty young. So one person,
but they don't understand it; they just memorize.
One person that can't be happier about this. Well, that can be said the same about all Christians. That he learned the Bible really well. He learned the Bible, but like, does he understand where it came from? Does this person understand who wrote the Bible? What stories they came from? No. They don't know any of that shit. God said
Jesus wrote the Bible.
No, man. There were people that I used to think that the Bible was written by God.
Well, that's what everybody says. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you think about it and you're like, this book that I'm holding was told to somebody by God. And I'm like, whoa, as a little kid, I'm like, that's cool. And then you start learning a little bit more and you're like, that's stupid.
I did it. They said, Felicia, don't question the word of God. And I went, why?
So one person that can't be happier about this whole chain of events is Adnan Oktar. He is a Turkish creationist who has long promoted his brand of anti-science. And they haven't seen a link connecting this guy to the particular policy decision. But don't be surprised if there wasn't one, because this guy's crazy. So
that's too bad, because he's got an awesome name.
You know, what's his name again?
I feel like
Adnan Oktar. That's a cool name.
Yeah, it is.
That could be a hero in a fantasy novel. It really could be.
You know what? I want Turkey to go back to making like shitty sci-fi movies. I want them to make more of those, because the Star Wars that they made was fucking amazing. Or whatever they called it. Oh, it was terrible, but it was amazing.
Star Battle.
Hasn't been on GAM yet.
Oktar Wars.
No, it's not oh god, what was the movie with the Muslims where they had the Batman fighting scene and there was like,
was it Vultures of Horror?
No, Vultures of Horror is the one with the African folk in it.
The witches and the
Man, Vultures of Horror made no fucking sense. But we digress.
Stars War.
Android. Galaxy.